Hello everyone, and welcome back to Chill English Channel. I'm Sophia, and I'm so happy you decided to spend a little time with us today.
And I'm Jake. Whether you're relaxing at home, driving to work, walking through your neighborhood, or enjoying a quiet evening, thank you for letting us be part of your day.
We hope this conversation helps you improve your English in a calm and natural way. Just listen, relax, and enjoy the rhythm of real conversation.
Today, we have a topic that sounds very simple, but it can actually change the way we think and the way we live.
We are going to talk about something every one of us experiences every single day.
We're talking about our day. More specifically, we're talking about why it can be helpful to talk about your day, reflect on it, and learn from it.
This conversation is designed for English learners from about B1 to C1 level, so you'll hear natural English with clear pronunciation and useful vocabulary.
Our goal isn't to teach grammar directly. Instead, we want you to hear English the way people naturally use it in thoughtful conversations.
And remember, you don't need to understand every single word. Try to understand the main ideas first.
Language learning becomes easier when you stay relaxed instead of trying to translate everything.
Before we begin, we'd like to ask you one simple question.
Think about this while you listen. How would you describe your day if someone asked you right now?
Maybe you would say it was busy,
Maybe peaceful.
maybe exciting.
Or maybe you would simply say, it was just an ordinary day.
Whatever your answer is, it matters, because every day tells a small story about our life.
Sometimes we think nothing interesting happened, but when we look more carefully, we often notice small moments that were meaningful.
A kind conversation,
A difficult problem you solved.
a funny mistake.
Or even 5 quiet minutes that helped you feel calm.
Many people spend the whole day moving from one task to another without stopping to think about what actually happened.
We wake up, check our phones, go to work or school, answer messages, solve problems, prepare meals, and suddenly it's nighttime.
Then we sleep and do something very similar the next day.
Life can become a routine so quickly that we stop paying attention to the small experiences inside it.
That's why talking about your day can be surprisingly powerful.
It helps you notice your experiences instead of simply rushing through them.
It also helps you organize your thoughts.
And if you're learning English, it's one of the best speaking exercises you can practice.
That's true, because your own life gives you unlimited topics.
You never have to wonder what to talk about.
You can simply describe what happened today,
You can talk about where you went,
who you met,
what you learned,
what surprised you.
or even what made you smile.
Sometimes people think they need exciting stories to practice English.
But that's actually not true.
Imagine two friends meeting after work.
They usually don't begin with dramatic adventures.
They often say simple things like, "Today was really busy," or "Something funny happened this morning."
Real conversations are built from ordinary moments,
And that's exactly why they're useful for English learners.
because those are the conversations you'll probably have in real life.
Jake, let me ask you something.
Go ahead.
At the end of a normal day, do you usually think about what happened?
Honestly, not always. Sometimes I finish work, eat dinner, and before I know it, the day is over.
I think many people can relate to that.
Yes, but recently I've been trying something different.
Really? What have you been doing?
Before going to bed, I spend just a few minutes asking myself 3 simple questions.
That sounds interesting. What are the questions?
First, what was the best part of my day?
That's a nice question.
Second, what challenged me today?
I like that because every day has at least one challenge.
And finally, what did I learn today?
Those questions sound simple, but I imagine they make you think more deeply.
They really do. Sometimes I realize that an ordinary day taught me something important.
Can you give us an example?
Sure, a few days ago I had a meeting that didn't go exactly as planned.
Oh no, what happened?
I prepared a lot, but I still forgot one important detail.
That must have been frustrating.
It was, but later I realized I learned something valuable.
What was that?
I learned that preparing isn't only about having information, it's also about staying calm under pressure.
That's a lesson many people discover sooner or later.
And if I hadn't reflected on my day, I probably would have remembered only the mistake.
Instead, you found the lesson behind it.
Exactly.
I think that's one of the biggest benefits of talking about your day.
We don't just remember events, we discover meaning.
That's beautifully said.
Thank you.
I also have a small habit that helps me.
I'd love to hear it.
Sometimes while making tea in the evening, I quietly replay my day in my mind.
Like watching a movie.
Yes, almost like that.
That's a lovely image.
I remember where I started the morning, who I talked to, what emotions I felt, and whether I spent my time the way I wanted.
Do you ever discover something unexpected?
Quite often.
Like what?
Sometimes I realize I worried about something that wasn't actually very important.
I think we've all done that.
Other times I notice that one small, kind conversation completely changed my mood for the rest of the day.
It's amazing how one short moment can influence many hours afterward.
Exactly. Our brains often remember stress more easily than positive moments.
Which is why reflecting on our day can help us notice both.
We begin to see a more complete picture instead of only the difficult parts.
And that's healthy not only for learning English, but also for understanding ourselves.
The wonderful thing is that everyone already has today's story waiting to be told. The more I think about it, the more I realize that talking about your day is also a way of understanding yourself a little better.
I completely agree. When we describe our experiences, we often notice feelings that we ignored while everything was happening.
During a busy day, we usually focus on finishing tasks.
But later, when we slow down, we can finally ask ourselves how those moments actually felt.
Jake, have you ever noticed that two people can experience almost the same day but remember it very differently?
Yes, and I think that's because we don't experience only events. We experience our thoughts about those events.
That's an interesting difference.
Imagine two coworkers who both have a difficult meeting.
One person goes home thinking, "Today was terrible."
The other person says, "Today was difficult, but I learned something useful."
The meeting was the same, but the story they tell themselves is completely different.
Exactly. That's one reason reflection is so valuable.
Instead of asking only what happened, we can also ask, what did this experience teach me?
That small change can completely transform the way we see our day.
And it also helps us build a richer vocabulary in English.
That's true, because when learners describe their own experiences, they naturally use words connected to emotions, actions, and opinions.
For example, instead of saying only, "My day was good," you can explain why.
You might say, "My day was relaxing because I finished my work early."
Or, "My day was stressful because several unexpected problems appeared."
Even better, you can describe how the situation changed.
For example, "The morning was difficult, but the afternoon became much better."
These small details make your English sound much more natural.
They also make conversations more interesting.
Nobody expects a perfect story.
They simply want to understand your experience.
Sophia, let's play a little game.
That sounds fun. What kind of game?
I'll describe my day in a very boring way first.
Okay, I'm ready.
Here it is. I woke up, I worked, I ate dinner, then I slept.
Well, that certainly was short.
Technically, it's true.
Yes, but it doesn't help us imagine your day.
Exactly. Now let me describe the same day differently.
Go ahead.
I woke up earlier than usual because I wanted a quiet morning. I made coffee and watched the sun come up through my kitchen window. Work became busier than I expected, but my team solved a difficult problem together. In the evening, I cooked pasta, listened to relaxing music, and felt grateful that the day ended peacefully.
That paints a completely different picture.
Even though the basic events were almost identical.
The details make the story come alive.
That's something English learners sometimes forget.
They worry about using advanced vocabulary.
But simple details are often much more powerful.
Instead of saying, "I ate lunch," you can say where you ate it.
Or who you were with.
Or what you talked about.
Suddenly your English becomes more personal.
And personal stories are usually easier to remember.
That's one reason teachers often encourage students to speak about their own lives.
Because you're not memorizing somebody else's experience.
You're expressing your own.
There's another benefit that people don't always notice.
What's that?
Talking about your day can improve your memory.
That's interesting. How?
When you organize events into a story, your brain connects them more clearly.
So instead of random moments, you create a sequence.
Exactly.
First, this happened.
Then this happened.
After that, I felt this way.
Finally, I learned something.
Stories are much easier for our minds to remember than disconnected facts.
That's probably one reason humans have told stories for thousands of years.
Stories help us understand life.
Speaking of stories, I remember something funny from last week.
Oh, please tell us.
I was in a grocery store looking for tea.
Sounds simple enough.
I couldn't find the kind I wanted, so I spent almost 10 minutes searching every shelf.
Let me guess.
Yes?
It was right in front of you the whole time.
Almost. It was actually in my shopping basket already.
That's fantastic. You were searching for something you had already found.
Exactly. Another customer smiled at me, and then I realized what I'd done.
Those little moments become wonderful conversation topics.
They certainly do.
Everyone has stories like that.
Small mistakes that become funny later.
That's another reason ordinary days are never truly ordinary.
If we pay attention, they contain surprises everywhere.
Even 5 minutes can become an interesting story.
Sometimes people say they don't know what to write in a journal.
Or what to say when practicing English.
I usually tell them to answer only a few simple questions.
Such as,
What made you smile today?
what challenged you today?
What are you thankful for today?
What would you do differently if you could repeat today?
Those questions encourage reflection instead of simply listing activities.
They also introduce useful English vocabulary like thankful, frustrated, relieved, surprised, proud, disappointed, curious, and hopeful.
Emotions make language meaningful
They also help listeners connect with your story.
because everyone understands what it's like to have good days and difficult days.
And everyone enjoys hearing honest experiences instead of perfect ones.
I think honesty makes conversations feel comfortable.
Me too. Nobody lives a perfect life, so nobody expects a perfect story.
Sometimes the most interesting sentence is simply, "Today didn't go the way I expected."
Because immediately, we become curious about what happened.
Exactly. A simple day becomes the beginning of a meaningful conversation.
And that's one of the beautiful things about language. It allows ordinary moments to become memorable experiences.
We've shared quite a few ideas today, but there's one more that I think is very important.
I have a feeling I know what you're going to say.
Really?
You're going to say that talking about your day isn't only about speaking better English.
Exactly. It's also about becoming more aware of your own life.
Awareness is a wonderful word.
It means noticing what's happening instead of living on automatic pilot.
Many of us move through our days so quickly that we hardly notice the little moments.
But when we stop and describe our experiences, those moments become clearer.
We begin to appreciate small successes.
We also recognize patterns.
For example, you may notice that you're happiest when you spend time outside.
Or that you're more productive after a good night's sleep.
Or maybe you discover that every stressful day becomes easier after talking with a good friend.
These observations seem small, but they can slowly improve our lives.
Sophia, if someone listening wanted to start this habit today, what would you recommend?
I would keep it very simple.
I like simple.
Every evening, spend just 5 minutes talking about your day.
You don't even need another person.
That's right. You can speak to yourself.
You can record your voice.
You can write in a notebook.
Or simply think quietly while taking a walk.
The important thing is to describe your day using your own words.
Don't worry if your English isn't perfect.
Nobody speaks perfectly all the time.
Even native speakers forget words, change sentences, and correct themselves.
That's completely normal.
Learning happens through practice, not perfection.
Let's imagine a learner who starts this habit today.
On the first day, they might only say 3 or 4 sentences.
Today I worked.
I met my friend.
I was tired.
That's already a great beginning.
After 1 week, they might naturally add more details.
After 1 month, they may notice they're speaking longer without stopping.
And after several months, describing their day feels much easier.
That's because confidence grows through repetition.
Small improvements are often difficult to notice from one day to the next.
But over time, they become surprisingly big.
That's true for English?
And it's true for many other skills in life.
Before we finish, let's review some useful vocabulary from today's conversation.
Great idea.
The first word is reflect.
To reflect means to think carefully about something that happened.
For example, I like to reflect on my day before going to bed.
Another useful word is routine.
A routine is something you do regularly in a similar way.
You could say, reading every morning is part of my routine.
We also used the word aware.
Aware means noticing and understanding what's happening around you or inside you.
For example, I'm becoming more aware of how I spend my time.
Another important word is appreciate.
Appreciate means recognizing the value of something.
You can appreciate beautiful weather, supportive friends, or quiet moments.
We also talked about patterns.
A pattern is something that happens again and again in a similar way.
For example, I noticed a pattern that I feel more energetic after exercising.
Another useful word is productive.
Productive means using your time effectively to accomplish something.
You might say, today was productive because I finished several important tasks.
Finally, we used the word confidence.
Confidence is the feeling that you believe in your ability to do something.
Confidence usually grows little by little.
It rarely appears overnight.
That's why patience is so important when learning English.
Every conversation teaches you something.
Every mistake teaches you something.
Every ordinary day gives you new experiences to describe.
Before we say goodbye, we'd like to leave you with one final question.
Think about today.
What was the best moment of your day?
It doesn't have to be something big.
Maybe someone smiled at you.
Maybe you learned one new English word.
Maybe you finished something you had been postponing.
Or maybe you simply enjoyed a peaceful cup of coffee while the world was still quiet.
Those moments deserve to be remembered.
And they deserve to become part of your English practice.
If you'd like to practice with us, write a few sentences in the comments.
You can introduce yourself by saying, I'm your name from your country.
Then tell us about one memorable moment from your day and how it made you feel.
We'd love to read your stories because every person experiences the world in a unique way.
Your story might even inspire someone else who is learning English.
That's one of the wonderful things about sharing experiences.
We improve our language while connecting with people from all around the world.
Thank you so much for spending part of your day with us.
We hope this conversation helped you practice English in a calm, meaningful, and enjoyable way.
Remember, you don't need an extraordinary life to have interesting conversations. Every ordinary day is full of stories if you take a moment to notice them.
Keep listening, keep speaking, keep reflecting, and most importantly, keep enjoying your English learning journey.
Take care of yourself. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you again here on Chill English Channel. Goodbye.